Hello and welcome. I'm Gamer John, you call me John. I'm just doing my setup here, and then we're gonna hop into some warframe. But yeah, schedule stuff is so out of whack right now, especially considering I'm starting up new work here next week. So sleep schedule's all jacked up. Entertainment schedule, food, cats are going crazy. Um, Diamond started barking the other day. It's nuts. Stuff like that. So I've just wanted to, it's stream now or not at all today, and I didn't stream yesterday because of just going out. One, it's more schedule stuff, getting changed up. Another was it was grocery day. I gotta be honest, I don't like streaming on grocery day. In the future, actually, where I work does not. I don't drive by a grocery store. That sucks. Um, But maybe at least while I'm out, I'll just go to the grocery store and then come home. So that'll save me some time instead of coming home, grabbing the husband, and then going to the store and then coming back. Um, oh gosh, what do you have? What is this? It's a ball. Okay, it's over there. Ha ha. I threw. She has a ball and I threw it behind her because it went underneath my chair and she's completely baffled about what happened. It's over there. It's over there. Look over there. All right, so there's the ball. There's the cat, and she does not realize that's behind her. All right, I gotta go check on a noise that I heard because I'm paranoid and playing with my jeans. Oh, she got the ball. She's adorable. Here, watch the cat. Maybe. And now you don't want to go down. Hold on. Set up so you guys watch the cat while I go check on something. Just get paranoid. I get paranoid. He's probably couldn't hear me. All right, I'm back from outer space. What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you doing? What can it thank you. I swear to glob. Cat. You guys can watch the cat while I get the game set up. Cats are fun. Cats are great. I mean, right now she's just laying there because, she wants to. I have lots of games. Why do you people, I put up polls, you guys don't want me to play anything else. You guys don't say anything. It's very sad. I'd like the feedback, even if it was, hey, keep playing the same stuff. No, now you've seen my Steam handle. What else? Updating. Oh, cat moved. That screen is no longer important. Just a sock. Here, another cat. Or, well, there's a cat. There's another cat. Follow this cat. It's got one of my socks. She loves my socks. She will sneak into our bedroom. Like, we don't really let them in the bedroom anymore. We used to, but since they kind of got started getting used to each other and everything, we kicked them out of the bedroom because, cat hair everywhere. But she'll sneak into my bedroom like after we go to the store or something. I take my socks off. They usually end up hanging from the hamper, and she will jump up there, grab them, and then pull them out here. It's pretty amazing. And seeing as I don't wear my socks for more than like an hour at the most, because I walk around barefoot in my home. We're just not having fun. Okay, there we go. It's not like a big deal. So, happy about that. Come on, tell me. You've been going for over 5 minutes and you're not sure if I'm live yet. There we go. Okay, good. Volume down on that. So that will be. I mean, I'm expecting calls, but it's I got a job. It's not a great job. It's $5 an hour less than what I was making. I actually got a call earlier this morning from a security firm asking me if I wanted to join up with them. I had shown a little bit of interest online. And they had like company cars and whatnot. I was like, cool, that's really good. You know, because they got a lot of equipment. They gotta, huck places. But cat's playing, and then Dad notices and they stop. I was like, cool. This sounds like it may be a really good job because it's risk assessment. There is, it's it was payment per. Okay, you're gonna be flipped upside down. It's payment per installation, it's not an hourly rate. So I was like a little iffy about that, but it was $100 an installation. So I'm like, all right, it's not bad, especially since they were talking that you get 1 to 2 installations a day, but it's pretty long hours. And I'm okay with working long hours as long as it's worth it. $100 an installation, and then on top of that,
Hey there,
commission.
you ready for today's deal? Oh,
Choose
I mean
your
deal.
reward. I
Today's
own
deal.
16. Amount of resources I pick up. Um, Probably gonna go with this, and it's a bad idea, but it's all right. I do bad ideas. And welcome to the stream. Whoever popped in, Gamer John. You probably already know me. You're probably one of the people who tend to come by. If you're not and you're lurking or whatever, welcome. Just happy to have you. While I ramble and rant. Oh no, mouse is in the way. I literally just got up. So, well, a half hour ago. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I have my bar right here, but I don't need it. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, this sounds like a really good job, especially if I want to put the time into it. I was in the military because part of it was risk assessment. So I'm like, okay, I can do risk assessment. That's not a big deal for me. I did that all the time when I was in the Navy. I still do it a lot. Um, I have 3 different routes to my grocery store. I don't take all 3 of them because one of them's really flip-flopping long, but I know it. Um, it's part of risk assessment and risk mitigation, but it's not something that I have to practice every day of my life. But, you know, it's something I know, it's something I'm comfortable with. So the idea of doing that for others is just not a bad idea. I was in the Navy, I was in 20% critical chance. That's probably 20% of 20, which means that would be 4%. Not bad. Damage to Grenadier. Critical damage. Range. Finisher. Mm, I guess. Sure. I mean, putting it up to a quarter of a chance, to get a crit's pretty good, right? Better than a fifth. Wrong button. But yeah, so it seemed like it was a good job. I'm like, okay, I'm actually thinking of, asking like when would be a start time to start getting training because they do training. You don't have to have any experience, but because of my prior military experience, I know at least that part, the risk assessment part, wouldn't be too bad. I was like, all right, this may be a thing. And then they brought up that I had to use my own vehicle. Unlike the video showed that they had company vehicles. Let me see if my buddies are online. Do do do. So if they're online. No. Boo. All right. Well, I wanted to run around with them because I had to stiff them for 2 days because I only play this game when I stream, and I only stream for an hour a day, except for on uh, gonna make Friday, Saturday, Sundays 2 hour days. Reasons. But oh yeah, I wasn't able to get this because I was on my own. I'll do other stuff. Mm, so they brought up the fact that I was gonna have to do the driving in my own vehicle, which is a big no-no. It's Juan Chunky Cooper. Yeah, yeah, she is. She's big and what's going on? Deleting session. Anyways, she's big. That's Destrana. She's big beefy. Chunk. And then she does that. Welcome to the chat, by the way, in the stream. Let's see. 0131. Appreciate you coming by. While I yammer on and play some Warframe. So yeah, and they came up with the fact that I was going to have to drive my own vehicle, which I have faith in my vehicle to a point. I have a faith in my vehicle to get me to my job. Uh, but they're talking like 250 miles one way for a single installation. And yeah, I was a little like, that's a road too far for my car to possibly have to do that every day. They're talking like all the way to the border, across the state line. I'm just like, you are joking. I cannot. Oh, thank you for the notification that I'm finally live, jerk. Um, I'm just like, no, 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 no. My vehicle can't handle that. It's like if there's not a possibility of a company vehicle, like they're like, oh, but we reimburse you. It's like 40 cents to the mile, and I'm just like, eh. I mean, 40 cents to the mile. I mean, that's 100 miles, that's $40. I get $80 compensation for that. That would cover, it'd take about 60 to fill my tank twice, and it would take a full tank for me to get there in the first place. Um, Say about 250 miles per gallon. So on those long ones, I would be seriously out of luck uh, as far as that's concerned. I really don't want to do these, man. Grim and them gave me a bunch of mezzo ones. Back out. I'm just gonna do Lilith. Let's see if there's something else. Excavation that can last. Forma, Paris Prime lower limb. Chroma, Orthos. So I told him, it's like, I don't think my vehicle could take it that far. So unless you guys have a company vehicle, I mean, I didn't want to get stuck on a 250-mile ride, have my car take a crap. Uh, And, you can't Uber that. That's not happening. I could Uber to my place of work and then take the company vehicle to the job site, but I would not. She hit me with her ball. I don't know if you guys probably couldn't see it because the camera's too high, but she flings this. She will fling this over my head. Ha! So that was not something I felt comfortable with. I brought it up. I'm like, this is a possibility. I mean, what in that situation is going to happen? He says, well, we wouldn't hire someone that could possibly be in that situation. So if you don't feel comfortable that your vehicle could make it uh, like that, take that kind of beating, whatever you want to call it, then this may not be a good fit for you. I'm like, no, I think you're right. I don't think this is going to be a good fit for me, unfortunately, because of that. The work sounds fine. Whee! You gotta fly in the load screen. That's a really cool looking one. That purple, black with the purple clouds swirling. Um, but yeah, so unfortunately that was that one was a no-go. I mean, I have a job already lined up. I start next Thursday, um, 8 a.m. Not as early as I would normally like, but it's the training hours. They had to give me a laptop because I was actually slated to start this Monday, this coming Monday, and it didn't happen. And I talked to the hiring agent. They're like, "Oh no, they had to get you a laptop and they had to get it ready with their ITs." I'm like, "Oh." See, I didn't know that. Get out of my way. Where is everyone? Are they all through here? Probably. So I'll have 3 and 4. I have 0. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and so 4 there. So, I'm not too worried. Like I said, I got a job already lined up, but I am not a huge fan of getting into work that I can't do. Reliably. I've had problems with that. I've had so I worked remotely for my previous company. So I lived like 1,300 miles away from my previous place of work's office. And it wasn't a big deal for the most part. And then it got to the point where like I was having problems, technical problems, like mouse not working, getting a firmware, the BIOS firmware needing an update. And I'm just like, what the hooey? I haven't done this since like basic, school, whenever I was in college getting my degree. So I was just like, what the heck's going on?
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
So,
Excavator deployed.
okay, I got some big hitters here. What the heck is that? Is that a power or is that a gun? Anyways, so I gosh, I'm swinging like crap. There we go. A little better. So, yeah, so working remotely is not a big deal for me, except for, I need that support. So, like, I hadn't changed out a BIOS battery in forever. I did that literally like week 1, week 2 of my basic education in network security and networking and network security whenever I was in college. So the fact that, I'm just like, what is this error? And of course, like any good technician, I go to Google to figure out what's wrong. And I find out it's the BIOS chip. I'm just like, oh, that's a odd thing to go wrong. And this entire time, I had called our remote IT department, people who are who support the remote person, who support all of them actually. But the fact is, they're actually in office, but they don't come into the office till like 7 p.m. and I was a 5 a.m. starter, no 6 at the time. So I got like a couple hours where I'm sitting on my hands. I'm Googling stuff because I want to try to figure out what the heck's going on. But at the same time, I'm just like, I really hate this feeling of like helplessness. Redeemer. Double-bladed, double-barreled Death Prime Gunblade. I like the sound of that. I'll just use this. Can I back out now and start running around? No. So, no, I was fine, initially, but then, the lack of like, I'm just like, I can't do anything. I'm not in the office, so because of that, they had to stop paying me as soon as I stopped troubleshooting, which my troubleshooting stopped after about 35 minutes, technically, because that was the last time I had like dropped an email to our managers. So our managers have an email for call outs and things like that. Remote personnel would use it for things like this as well. So, first email, before my clock in time actually was, my shit's all broke and stuff, so I can't work right now. I don't know what's going on. And they're like, all right, call our networking department as soon as they open. I'm like, okay. I dropped them an email ahead of time because I like doing that. Because I like the idea of them also just knowing that something's going on or having some sort of documentation. Because I also took screenshots and throw them in there. But then, I'm like, okay, then I start Googling because I'm not just going to sit there on my hands waiting to waiting for a call that's not going to happen for another 2 hours. No, do stuff. So I do stuff. And yeah, I find out at like 25 minutes later that, hey, it looks like it may be this battery, and they're like, talk to the network people. All right. So I wait. So they don't pay me for the time after that second email till I start working with our networking personnel at 7 a.m. So I've lost, a half hour's wages. So I work with them, and we're on the phone for about 15 minutes.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
Dude, I don't buy followers. Get out of here. I'm cash, yo. You don't need to worry about that. Thank you for coming by and dropping the bit of info, but I'm cool. Thanks, though. I'm cash as fuck. I don't know. I work a day job, and this is for fun. But thank you.
That's it. You opened the relic.
If you wouldn't mind dropping a follow, that would be pretty cool of you. Explosions. What is going on? That's you, that's not the enemy, huh? That's cool. Oh no! Yeah, wrong barrel. Yeah, so I talked to the tech guy, and he looks at the error message. He remotes in. He tries to remote into my computer, which is not even booting up fully. It's stopping at the boot up cycle, and he's just like, yeah, that could be a part of the problem. If you want to, you could go ahead and go replace the battery. I'm like, all right, cool. Because it's either that or I have to wait days,
Look what we just uncovered.
days for Dell services to come out. I mean, this was a Monday. They're like, they could probably get out there on Thursday. I'm just like, what? Cool. Chroma Prime. I'm just like, I can't do that. I mean, just on the daily, they've already like said, no, we're not going to pay you. You know, this for this half hour and probably any other time. I'm just like, I don't want that. I don't. I'm like, let me go try to fix this because I want to work. I want to get stuff done. And so I go out and of
Excavator
course
is
get
ready
the
to
wrong
go.
battery
Keep it
first time
powered and
around
protected from enemy
because I
fire.
didn't crack open. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's
An
like I
artifact
look
has
it
been
up.
located.
Winifred,
Proceed to
knock
dig
it
site.
off. So I look it up and I'm just like, all right, cool. There's you know, here's my model of PC,
The reactant is
and
working on a relic. Find more.
I asked the dude, I'm just like, what battery is it? It's like, I think it's this one. We wouldn't know until you actually cracked it open, but you know, the least, you know, he's thinking as an IT technician, he doesn't want his users in the computer as much as possible, which I totally agree with. So no argument there. Cool. He's just like, I don't, you know, be in there as little as possible. So I'm pretty sure it's this battery. Go get it, get a receipt, and get compensated for it later on. I'm like, cool. Dunzo. Dunarinis.
The
Dunyan rings.
excavator has run out of
Whatever.
power. Find a cell.
So I go and I get the battery, which I think fantastic. I'm good to go. And it takes me a while to actually get the battery. I went to Walmart. They didn't have it. So I'm like, all right, well, no joking around
We
here.
need
I'm
another power
going
cell
to
for
where
the
I'm
excavator.
pretty sure it's at. So I'm going to go to my Best Buy. My Best Buy is a 25-minute drive away. So I went to Walmart. That because it's close. And so they didn't have the battery I was told to look for. And so 25, so that's a few minutes wasted, not too bad. It's not there. I'm like, ah, crap, got to go to Best Buy.
Excavation complete. Look what we found.
And so go to Best Buy. So it's 25 minutes there, 25 minutes back. At this point, it's been about 40 minutes. So sure, okay. Did we loot the last one? I don't remember. So 45 minutes come and gone. So that's already, so that's one, that's basically over 2 hours, creeping up on 2.5 hours of my day gone. So, oh, there we go.
You were going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
Oh, you know I do. So almost 2.5 hours gone in my day. Only getting paid right now for a half an hour. And whatever they feel is fair compensation for the battery, which will be the receipt they show them. All right, fine, cool. I go ahead and I get my computer cracked open. No biggie, smalls. Going to the objective. There's a player. Oh, there's a player leaving. That's why. Are they leaving? I don't think they're leaving, are they? Yeah, they're leaving. Ah, son of a gun. So, 2.5 hours, down to 2. And I go ahead and get the computer cracked open. It's the wrong battery. They didn't realize they had changed out the motherboard. It was the same case, you know, same old case. And so they're like, whoops, you know, sorry, you know, shit happens. It's, you know, this battery, which I knew that as soon as I looked at it because I could see the battery. I'm just like, that's not the same
Excavator
battery.
deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
Protect your unit.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig
And I'm
site.
just running around like a jackass right now, but it's cool. So I go out again. My Walmart didn't have any of the small batteries that would fit on a for a BIOS battery on a motherboard. So I went back out to Best Buy. So that's another 25 minutes out, 25 minutes back. So that's what was that? It's 2.5, 3.5 hours now gone. And so I'm not too happy. I get it fixed up. I get it up and running.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission.
And I've already lost, half my day, over half my day at this point.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
It goes through an update process, which takes like almost no time, but it has like 12 reboots in it. And I know it's exaggeration a little bit, but it felt like 12 reboots. And by the time it was done, I had about 2 hours left on that I could have gotten on the clock. And I was just done. And I was ready to go. I'm just like, you know what? I'm in my house. I don't, yeah, I'm sitting in my house and I'm like getting up, I'm checking my computer, I'm getting, eating, spending time with my husband, the cats at that time. But I'm just like, I want to be working right now. There's nothing more excruciating than trying to work with technology that doesn't want to work for you. And especially when you know how to make technology work for you and it still doesn't want to. But yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. So I had like 2 hours left and I'm just like, you know what, I'm done. I don't even think I turned in the receipt for that battery on that because it was just like, no, I don't care.
Look what we just uncovered.
I need 2 of those though, right? For the Orthos Prime? Need 2 of those. And I need the staff. Yes. Orthos Prime blade. I got 2 of those. It's not here. Evidently, we're all good to go. So yeah, I'm done at that point, and I just leave it. And yeah, I get all of like a half hour worth of paycheck because I tell them it's like, okay, no, I got this done, I got this set up, we got it working around this time. And they're like, oh, why didn't you work for the last 2 hours? I'm just like, I work with customers, I work with people, and I was not having it, and I wasn't going to put that on them, so I didn't. I was just like, I was done for the day. I didn't. After all of that, and it was just one of the most frustrating, evolutions I've had to deal with. Did you pick that up? Yeah, I picked that up. Okay, good. So yeah, I was like, I'm done with today. That's cool. In my mind, I know there's customers, it's not like I had any scheduled calls or anything like that, so it wasn't like, ooh, leaving someone in the lurch. No, I wasn't. I know there's calls that come in the queue, and I like to keep the queue light, but I'm just like, I didn't need to. That would have been a detriment.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
So, it's stuff like that that I'm not fond of. So the difference between that remote work and the remote work which is a possibility in my new position. Not getting my hopes up. Husband told me not to. It may not happen because I like working from home. Other than crap like that, it's great. What's not to like? I guess I got him. So like I said, all that being said and done, you know, other than that, it was good. So if I can do that, plus have the actual office that I'm working for in the area, you know, shit goes wrong, I could go to the office, work in a cubicle while they fix whatever the problem is. And then once it's fixed, then yeah, then I can go home. Probably at the end of the day, I won't just like, oh, okay, bye. Waste time. Got work to do. Especially since the job is task oriented. So it's like, here's your work you need to get through today. Get it done.
The excavator has lost power. Find another cell.
Well, not you. Where's he?
Excavation complete. Look what we found.
Alright, I know I got a couple of those. But I'm gonna get another one. One more. There's a relic to be had. Who did it sell to? Redeemer. Don't know what that is. Let's slow it down. Slow what down? I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. Could you
look for more reactors.
Could you explain why we would be slowing down? Anyways. Good lord. Okay. So yeah, eventful couple days, eventful morning, really, thinking about it.
Dig complete. Your hard work has just been rewarded. The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
I knew there was a pickup somewhere. Where is it? Oop.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
But yeah, so.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts
Don't tell
the
me what to
artifact.
do. That guy said he wanted to slow things down, but I don't know for what purpose. I mean. Oh gosh darn it. You're mine now. Why? Why not? Emails.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
Hope everyone else is having a good start to their weekend though. I know it's not the weekend for some people. Some people they work through the weekend, or their weekend starts on Saturday. Like Saturday's their last day of labor, and then they have work, or then they have days off. I mean, I've been having 2-month weekend for the past little while now. What was that? Someone else got a mic on? Hello? Silence from the crowd. Yeah, cool. At least I think that's what happened. I think that was something.
Look what we just uncovered.
Look what we found. Alright, I'm piecing out because this is last round bonus, so I got plenty of those. I want this guy. Endless bonus, C4 relics, 5 relics opened. I am good. No relic. I'm out, boys. Looks like Kale's gone too. Shell shooter is the one I wanted to leave. Where's extraction? I think it's through here. It's probably just, yep, there it is. Cool. But yeah, other than that, you know,
An artifact has been located.
I've been
Proceed to the dig site.
stressfully unemployed for the past couple months, so the fact that I got work starting up next week is great. I got some good family out here, so they've been helping out. We had money saved too, so. My husband, of course, has been dealing with me.
Find a cell. We need another power cell for the excavator. Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
Land. Nice. Sending me emails. All stay. Yeah. How are we doing? 22, 20, 25 on the 4X. It's pretty cool. Slow it down. I don't get the point. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we got some good stuff out of it, though. We got Redeemer Prime Blueprint, so I'm going to take a look at that. Chroma Prime Neuro Optics. I got the Chroma Prime blueprint, so that's the Neuro Optics. Got an Orthos Prime Blade. 2 of those, evidently. Redeemer Prime Blade. Bunch of more Lilith Relics. Oberon Chassis. Some Void Traces. Some mod rewards. That's adorable. That little, what are they? Little muskrat chewing on the lotus symbol. I'll admit it, it's cute. I could say that if I want to. What do we got? I can make those neuro optics. Have them there. Being ready. There's worse things to do with it. 15,000? I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to? Not really. Focus. Not much else I can build with. I have a dread already. I can build a second one. Ha ha ha! That actually may not be a terrible idea. Alright, so I still need the Prime chassis and systems for the Atlas, but I'm going to wait for my butts to do that. And let's see if they came online at all. XY shift is on, but the other two are offline. It's going to be a conflict of schedules, I know it. So I'm streaming early today, and it's only for 2 hours. I'm doing 2 hours, though, tomorrow and the next day. No. What's my... Or Earth Cambria. Let me check and see if there's back out. Arrgh. Mm. Don't want to go alone. It sucked last time. All right, screw it. I'm not gonna play this game if I'm not playing with my buds right now, and if I don't have something else to do. So, um, hold on. About to write it off, but I think I've gotten all the way to Saturn. I was working my way down here to Tethius. What's this one? Mobile defense. Rescue's at least doable. Mobile defense I had a problem with, I think. Oh, and I need to do 2 more Mesovoid relics. So, yay. Yeah, I already got the Chroma, so I don't need that necessarily. Um, yep, nope, not into it. Quit telling me things. We are going to switch gears. And because of that, I need to switch my description because I'm not a jackass who's just going to leave it as Warframe to get Warframe viewers because I asking why. Do 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 modded and survival. Do do. I should have added both of them. And then should I just break it up? That sounds like a good idea. Why don't I just do that? Because that way I have 2 separate videos. Because whenever I upload these, I don't want them going into the same dilly whip. So let me. All right, right back, stopping the stream and restarting it. So those of you who watch this video, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. I'm going to be back on with some more Skyrim right after this quick break. And yeah, take care of each other and yourselves if I don't see you in Tamriel. Bye.